All right. What's going on, everybody? You are checking out You Are Live. Took a while to get live. I'm not even sure if I am showing up live, but welcome to the show. Let's just ease into a groove. But what is the show about? What we do is cover some of the news. Cover the news that nobody else really wants to follow because news can be boring, but there are some important things that we have to talk about. All right. So I'm going to start with what I was looking at on TikTok, and this is on AOC, which, yeah, believe me, just pay attention. All right. So let's get this set up so we can get to this. All right.
Off on Social Security.
Start off again.
All of that rattling off on Social Security and trying to frame Social Security as largely wasteful. This idea that there's like checks going out, tons of Social Security checks going out to dead people. No. Social Security monitors who passes away and processes who passes away. That doesn't mean they're cutting a check to people who pass away. And they are setting all of this up. They are trying to trick you. They're trying to trick your grandparents. They're trying to trick young people into thinking that it's all wasteful so that they can get away with cutting it to pieces.
All right. A quick intervention. And she's right. They intend to cut Social Security. But why are they trying to cut Social Security? Here's the thing. They want to give benefits to the rich. So where are you going to get $4.5 trillion in funds so we could give it to the rich? You got to make cutbacks. And the places that they're going to make the cutbacks is with Social Security. So yeah, they voted and said they said that we wouldn't touch Social Security. Yeah, whatever. Here's the thing: they don't care about us. They don't care about the broke, the poor, the middle class. This is all just designed for the rich. But let's get back to it.
They are setting up to rob you. And that is the moral of the story of this State of the Union tonight. He was trying to dance around their number one priority, which is to rob and gut Medicaid, Medicare, and all of our public systems, Social Security, etc., in order to pay for tax cuts for billionaires, overwhelmingly.
So just to get an understanding, cutting taxes, like tax cut for the billionaires, you just can't give people money. It has to be offset. I'm sure a lot of you already know that. So how do you offset it? Money has to come from somewhere. They can't come out. See, they're saying certain departments have to do cutbacks. So they're not saying we're going to cut Medicare and Social Security. They're just saying these departments have to cut a certain amount of money. The thing is, the only things that we can do the cutbacks on are Social Security and Medicare. And you need those cutbacks again. Why? So when those billionaires put in their taxes, get those losses, they can get the big checks. Because if there's no money coming in, where is the refunds or the benefits coming from? For the rich. They got to get the money from somewhere. So do the cutbacks for the little people like you and I. So the people like them can get rich. So let's get back to it. Now, if you have any questions, send me something. Say hello. Make me feel good today. That camera, right? Make me feel good today. Say hi. I see a couple of people who joined. Did he join? What's up? User 381698224100 has just joined. That should be a little shorter, and I'll say a name or two. But let's get back to this.
Tax cuts for billionaires, corporations. It's the write-offs on the yachts. It's the write-offs on the private jets.
Right.
It's the rich getting richer. All of that rattling off on Social Security and trying to frame Social Security
Just play
as
it back.
largely wasteful. This idea that there's like checks going out, tons of Social Security checks going out to dead people. No. Social Security monitors who passes away and processes who passes away. That doesn't mean they're cutting a check to people who pass away. And they are setting all of this up. They are trying to trick you. They're trying to trick your grandparents. They're trying to trick young people into thinking that it's all wasteful so that they can get away with cutting it to pieces. They are setting up to rob you. And that is the moral of the story of this State of the Union tonight. He was trying to dance around their number one priority, which is to rob and gut Medicaid, Medicare.
All right, look, you might feel like this doesn't matter. Now, young people, I get it. Social Security seems a long way away, but there are people that's been, like myself, I've been working since 13. And I've gone on the Social Security app. So I put in the amount of years you have to put in, and I've been working a long time. Now, what that Social Security does is that money is given to people who've already worked their time and have paid it forward. Let's call it paid it forward. Now, young people in time, the older you get, that Social Security means something. There are a lot of people that are living abroad, that's living in the United States, that is living off of Social Security. Some Social Security can be as low as like $700, $1,200. There are people that are living with Social Security of $1,000. Now, it's not a lot, but that really does matter. So when they easily just say, people they need to go back to work, is it really that simple? If I'm like 78 and haven't been taking care of my body and, I did my time and my knees are hurting, I'm not going back to work because I can't go back to work. So it's not that simple to say, let them go back to work. See, the people that are talking about it already have a plan for their future. These are the people who are in Congress. They already got that pension. If you're in Congress, 2 years, you get a pension from them. So, and what are these? A lot of these congressmen are millionaires on the outside. So that don't even matter. That money's going to be for a light bill. But for us, that Social Security money means a lot. Y'all understand? Let me know you understand. But look, we're going to go through a few more.
You don't have to congratulate you, MAGA. Promises made, promises kept.
All of that rattling off on...
You don't have to congratulate you, MAGA. Promises made, promises kept. You wanted lower taxes. That's what you voted for. And that's what you're going to get. If you make more than $743,000 a year, you will see a decrease in your tax bill of roughly $61,000. If you're in the bottom 60%, like most of the rest of us,
Right.
then you're going to see a decrease in your tax bill of $400. Now, the problem with that is that creates a deficit of roughly $4 trillion. That's going to have to be funded some way. What is the current plan that they have in order to fund that? Well, their current plan is to...
hand on the...
You don't have to congratulate you, MAGA. Promises made, promises kept. You wanted lower taxes. That's what you voted for. And that's what you're going to get. If you make more than $743,000 a year, you will see a decrease in your tax bill of roughly $61,000. If you're in the bottom 60%, like most of the rest of us, then you're going to see a decrease in your tax bill of $400. Now, the problem with that is that creates a deficit of roughly $4 trillion. That's going to have to be funded some way. What is the current plan that they have in order to fund that? Well, their current plan is to cut out $880 million of Medicaid. What's the current annual budget of Medicaid, you may ask? It's $880 billion. That still doesn't equal the $4 trillion that they're needing to come up with. So what is the rest of this money going to come from?
Well, it's definitely not going to come from all these firings. It's not going to come from that. You're not going to get, what are they going to get? Maybe like about 800 million with the majority of the firings. They're just trying to cut costs to make it not look bad that we're going to be in debt. We already knew, well, at least the people that were not voting for this person, we knew that this was going to happen because it was in Project 2025. Now, hey, those that didn't believe that it existed and who trusted this person, hey, maybe you just lived a different life than me. Now, I mean, I've been in New York from 19 to what? 19 to what, 50 something age-wise. And Donald Trump has been in my life since I've been a teenager. And this guy has constantly lied, constantly put people in jeopardy, constantly lost money. So we are familiar. Now, people outside in the red states that's not familiar, all you see is this dude that you think does a lot. Now, history matters. Your history matters. The history of the people around you, it all matters. Because what you did multiple times in the past is most likely what you're going to do again. A liar is a liar. And why do we, for instance, with Donald Trump, why do we ignore the lies? Why do we give a guy a pass who's constantly backtracking, dishonest, blaming others, and basically won't be accountable? I mean, what do you feel about that? If there was anybody in your life who would come to you and be like, well, I didn't do it, your mama did it, you'd be like, this dude is nuts. This person is crazy. But the thing is, they just want us to be asleep, be entertained, watch some TV, do some dances, just be caught up in our own personal lives when our lives, this does matter. This is part of your personal life. Could you imagine you're 25 years old now and you're working at a job where they don't have a pension? And a lot of jobs don't have pensions. Could you imagine that? You? So, of course, you're 25, you're 35, you're 45. Life seems way ahead. You have way more time in front of you than behind. So you're not thinking about the future. We just feel like we're going to live we're living in the moment. But time will catch up with you. Time is going to catch up with you. Time is caught up with everyone. And that Social Security, that Medicaid is going to make a difference. Everybody that has Social Security and Medicaid, it's not that they don't work. Some people work. A lot of people work and they get Medicaid because we can't make ends meet. It's not enough. So look, we're going to go back with, let's go back and finish this up. But again, I'm bringing this to you so you don't have to search for it, but it's important for you to know it. Oh, wrong camera. It's important for you to know it.
20% of SNAP benefits gone. And so, again, congratulations, you're getting lower taxes. At what expense? On the backs of the most needy and vulnerable people in our society. But what happened to all that money that we were sending to condoms and stuff to Hamas and gender-affirming care for Peruvian children? Where did all that go? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, that shit wasn't true either. Get the fuck out of here. You don't have to congratulate you, MAGA. Promises made.
Look, hey, there's no point of having regrets. Because, look, we can't really do anything about it right now. So let's not have any regrets. Let's just do better. Now, let's do better by thinking, being more present, thinking 5 steps ahead, really analyzing what's going on around you, what's happening in society, and saying to yourself, just because you think it doesn't affect you, just get an understanding of how it affects somebody else. It's important because we are connected. We need each other. We need each other. That Social Security that we put in individually are helping hundreds of thousands and millions of people who had helped hundreds of thousands and millions of people before them. It is so unfair for you to work your butt off to help this economy, help people live out the rest of their days when they can't work. And it's so unfair for when it's your turn for it to be gone. So yeah, I talked about not having regrets. Let's not have regrets. What we could do is just do something different. 2026, there'll be another vote if we get the vote. Because let's be real, people. We got a jacked up Supreme Court. Now, granted, I think the last thing with the USAID money, Supreme Court, 5-4, said that this money needs to be put out, and 2 of those people, Roberts and Amy Barrett, I don't trust them. I could see them doing this giving us this for the little things. But then when it comes to civil rights, they will side with Donald Trump. I feel like this is the setup. Give a little bit, make you comfortable. And then when the big things come, it'll start with dissolving gay marriages, take away the rights for people who are in gay marriages to where, you know, both people can't be on the Social Security, on their health insurance, or no marriage. They will roll back rights. Didn't they roll back rights in Utah? Collectively roll back the rights of transgender people? It's just the way it is now. They roll back the civil rights. If you can do it for one group, you can do it for multiple groups. You know what I'm saying? So look, let me see who's out there looking before we go to another video.
All of that rattling
the
off
people
on
that saw
Social
on
Security
Sarah
and trying to frame
IDK.
Social Security as largely
James
wasteful.
Menendez.
This idea that there's like
Mendoza.
checks
Sorry
going
about that.
out, tons of Social Security checks going out to
So
dead.
look, let's
You have
just
to
watch a few more
congratulate-
videos.
And on the
So I'm addicted to this.
All
Latinos for Trump literally in tears
no.
because ICE is
Here's-
picking up their family members saying that Trump betrayed
This
them.
video I'm about to show you.
No,
I
Trump didn't lie to you. You lied to you.
them.
Can somebody tell me a single nice thing Trump has ever said about Latinos?
all of that
Latinos for Trump literally in tears because ICE is picking up their family members saying that Trump betrayed them? No, Trump didn't lie to you. You lied to you. Can somebody tell me a single nice thing Trump has ever said about Latinos? I never recall this dude saying, you know, we love the Mexicans, don't we? So hardworking, so intelligent, they're bringing the best. Said Trump. Never. In fact, white MAGA is calling La Migra on brown MAGA, but Trump didn't lie.
Yes.
Your desire for adjacency to whiteness was the deceiver. These F around and find out stories are
One thing I realized is when Trump was talking about how they were criminals and rapists, he didn't specify. He generalized the group. So I always heard Latinos, not some Latinos. If you heard some Latinos, write that down. Let me know. Because I didn't hear that. Just like about the Haitians. I didn't hear some. I heard all. He said what he would do. He said, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. Let me repeat that. He said, I don't care about you. Literally said, I don't care about you. I just want your vote. That's crazy. How did people just ignore that? And actually, I do recall hearing the laughter like, oh man, that man is just talking again. See, Europe doesn't think they're just talking again. China doesn't think they're just talking again. Canada doesn't think he's just talking again. Canada's still doing their tariffs because all this back and forth, they're not going to waste their time with that. China's still implementing their tariffs. China said that we'll do a tariff war, but China also said that we will do any kind of war. We will do whatever type of war we have to, paraphrasing. So basically they say it could be tariffs or it could be war. It's amazing the change that the United States has gone through in a matter of months. Could it have been avoided? Yeah, it could have been avoided. You know what? Fool me 6 times, shame on me, MAGA. It just makes no sense. And again, we just have confirmational beliefs because every time they talked about the plan, Trump's plan. I never really heard a plan. I just heard the hooping and hollering about the problem, not the solutions to the problem. So let's get into some more.
are abounding, and we ain't even 2 weeks in yet. You got the Fraternal Order of Police upset at Trump because he released January 6ers. Trump didn't lie to you. You lied to you. To Trump's credit, he never said he wasn't going to let them people.
Again, Trump did tell the truth. And the police union, the fire union, they were all supportive. Now, let's just be factual. They were supportive, or they only heard what they wanted to hear because they were blinded or they were distorted by their own internal hate. Because if you listen to the words, if you mind your business, you don't care about what's happening. You don't care about what's happening to this person that's not doing anything wrong in their lives. That's just trying to make it because you're trying to make it. If you do have a problem with somebody that lives in a whole nother state, it's because of what? Are you jealous? If I'm in New York and I have a friend that's a transgender who is getting this or got that, and you live in Nevada, you've got no kids, no grandkids, you're in a city of what, 1,300. How could something that's happening in New York affect you? So just because you heard it on the news, you just got mad because you're already mad. You're already bothered. You already have an issue with the people that Trump is talking about. And these people aren't stealing from you. There are some people there are some immigrants who are violent, who are doing crimes. But there's a lot more non-immigrants that's doing way more than that. And let's be truthful, everybody. We're all immigrants. There's not one white person who has any lineage that went past the Indians. Everybody came from somewhere except the American Indians. But we seem to act like this is our America that we colonized. It's just what happens. Just like we're trying to take minerals from other places. We want what we want so we can take it, and then when it's gone, the billionaires will go to Mars. Just not on the SpaceX flight, because that will blow up. Well, look, let me find maybe one more.
And on the, what the? Oh my God.
Regret, I fucked around, found out, and now I regret my vote, or because I find this pretty intriguing. The armies.
At this thing on, yeah, it's time to talk about it. So far.
Thank you, Marcy. And like you, I'm very proud to stand with all these members as well. It's really amazing to listen to all of you. And
so they are
thank
Republicans
you so much for standing up like this, including Joe Wilson, who had to leave. And we have to encourage more Republicans to stand up like this and do exactly what John Larson said and show a profile in courage. I've got a very simple message. It shouldn't be necessary, but we have to be very clear. Putin is a dictator. Zelensky is not. Zelensky was elected by 73% of the voters in Ukraine, an election that was certified by the European Commission that certifies it was in fact a free and fair election. Very simple point that we need to be reported regularly. Putin is a dictator. Zelensky is not. Putin and the Russians invaded Ukraine, not the other way around. When we talk about appeasement, as Steny pointed out, and as Lloyd pointed out, we're talking about what Neville Chamberlain did with Hitler before World War II. Mm-hmm. Let's just give him something. Let's try and make peace with this guy, and he'll stop. He didn't stop. The other day, Hexen said, Ukraine can't win this war. They're just not big enough. They can't possibly beat these guys. If we cave now and reward Russia for invading a democratically elected leader's country, who is our ally, if we reward Putin now, what do you think the people in Latvia are going to say?
Right.
What are the people?
Let me ask you guys something. I'm sure a lot of you travel. Like I've traveled a lot. So, I've gone to Rome. I've gone to, I've gone to Italy. I've gone to France. I've gone to Ireland. They are our allies. They are nice there. I've enjoyed myself. I've made friends in various places. Even going to Canada, I've made friends. I've enjoyed myself. If we have no alliances, where are we going? Where do you visit? How do you expand your experiences? This world is for everybody. We're supposed to be able to go to different places as long as we're doing the right thing. We need alliances. So if you are for being pro-Putin, you're going to limit you must not vacation, because that will be one of two places. You're going to go to Russia and you're going to go to North Korea, because we won't be allowed. They're trying to destroy the United States, break it all down. And if y'all looking for them to build it back up, it's not built for you. They're trying to build it up for them. Now, if I have those billions, maybe that'd be the same. Maybe I wouldn't care. Maybe it'd be about the money. But I'm not that person. That's not what I'm here for. I'm a server of Christ. It's about the collectiveness, helping people because it's what you're supposed to do. It's because of the creator of all things. My language is Christianity. So mine is God. My savior and my teacher is Jesus Christ. Now, am I implying that that's the only religion? And if you believe in something else, that something's gonna, that you're not gonna be saved, this and that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying my language to understand the creator of all things is through Christianity. I was saved from Jesus' word, which is to love and to serve. So we're supposed to love each other and to serve. So putting it in context with what's going on now, we're not supposed to be divided. We're supposed to have a helping hand. We're not supposed to put people out of work. We're supposed to incorporate people, bring more work, have life balance, because that's what God wants. God wanted us to be connected and to come to this earth and to experience love and life and music together. But it's the greed of others. It's the hate of others. But hate can form from greed, just wanting what somebody else has. And you may not even know the work that they put in to get it. But because you think that they're Black or they're Spanish or they're Philippine, and you think you're smarter, and it does apply to people of other races, because I don't know what it is with the color thing. Light means what? That just means you're lighter than the person that's darker. That doesn't mean you're a better person. Doesn't mean that you're going to live a long, happy life. You know how you live a long, happy life? By putting other people ahead of you, because you know God's got you. So what you can do is put a helping hand out there and help others. And then there won't be these regrets. There won't be these mistakes of putting people in office that didn't care about you, because you wouldn't be blinded by the hate. So that's what I'm trying to share for today. And actually, this is my first live show of Shut the Hell Up on UArt Live, which we will be having more shows on there, and it will be linked to a website where you can join and get the real stuff. All right? So, thank you for joining me on this live.
Welcome to the #1 online video cast.
All right, maybe not welcome. All right, and I will catch you the next time. Again, I'm your host, the producer, the creator of entertainment, WilleWill. And for everybody that join me again. Again, I just got the approval to go live. So I will continue with this and give you information that I find helpful, and you will find helpful as well. Peace, love, and be good to somebody out there today, all right? God loves you.